Hey everybody, so it's been a crazy busy week. Baseball season started full time, so games Tuesdays and Fridays. So unfortunately, I don't know about you, but I did not have time to read the 27-page Hudson Institute white paper just yet, so that one's going to be late, sorry. So I'm doing prompt 2 here, which is the following terms and example of each. So plagiarism. Definition I found, my idea was like where you're trying to pass off someone else's ideas as yours. You're not properly citing it. You're just making everybody think that it's yours. Like if I was to be like, so to be or not to be, I totally thought of that. Okay, that's plagiarism. Also, it'd be like, taking what someone else wrote, putting it in my paper, and being like, oh yeah, I totally thought of that idea. Totally my idea. No, it's plagiarism, and that's not the same as copyright infringement. However, copyright infringement is pretty much when you reproduce it, you're distributing it, or you're performing it without the permission of the author. So, for example, my webpage that I'm creating is called Carter's Adventures, and it really is based off the book Courageous Adventures by Jenny McGeera. She is an amazing lady. I actually met her a couple times here, luckily through ISTE, and so before I officially launched my webpage, I was like, Jenny, just wanted to let you know that you've inspired me to base my webpage off of your book and your idea of Courageous Adventures. Do I have your permission to use adventures in my webpage thing and base everything off of it? And she goes, why, yes, as long as you credit me. And I said, yes, ma'am, I will. So if you notice and you have to go to my webpage, at the very bottom, it says this webpage is based on and inspired by the works of, or the book Courageous Adventures by Jenny McGeera. And I even have the link to her book so that you could purchase it. And so she was like, she loved it. Now, granted, I probably need to go back now that I'm learning a little bit more and give her more credit of like the date, and I think like that, I think. So I need to investigate that a little bit more, but I did make sure that I did say that it was her book, and all of my thoughts of adventures is based off of her creation of the adventures. And so it's not my idea. I can't think of these things. I can do great ideas with them, but I can't think of them. Attribution. Haha. I did it's giving credit where credit is due. That's my definition for it. So because I know Courageous Adventures was not my, or Carter's Adventures was not my idea, I gave credit to Jenny because that was her idea. I gave her her attribution on that one. And transformation, it would be, I've got, where you're taking an original work and you're recreating it for, you're using it for a different purpose in a way. So, like instead of performing Hamlet, the full play, I could, as a motivation to my students, quote a little bit of, like one of the, I guess if there's a motivational part in there where, before they go to war, I think there is, where like he's actually psyching up the troops or something. I'm not trying to perform it, but I can use a little bit of that, transform it to where I'm taking the, not performing it for works. I think, y'all let me know what you think on this one. Because like you could take one of those speeches that someone else did, or like a speech from a play, and use it as a motivational speech to where you're not performing, you're motivating. I don't know about you, but that sounds like transformative to me, to where I'm not trying to do it the exact same way they did it, and I'm not using it for the same purpose. Like I'm not using it to entertain, I'm using it to inform and engage and to provoke thoughts for. So that's my definition of transformation. I don't know what you guys think about that, but so that's my discussion post. Let me know what you think about that. I do know one thing though, like fair use. I don't know about you guys, but our school, when I was teaching, they would purchase one of the motivation math books for each student. Okay, and then we'd purchase a few extras in case there was other kids. And then inevitably somebody would be like, I lost my pages. Where'd my pages go? I think because we had purchased it, and I wasn't trying to I didn't buy one book and try to purchase and make copies for my whole class. that I had already had the class set purchased, I could go in and make a copy of that one page that that student lost because I had already purchased it. I'm not trying to like sell it. I'm not trying to pass it off as my own. It's only being used to replace the one that was damaged or lost by a student. I'm not trying to make a class set from one book. That's bad. Making a copy because it got damaged or the student scribbled out too much and they can't read their work anymore, I think that's allowed within fair use, which was not included in this discussion post, so there's my bonus. Anyway, y'all have a great day. See you later.